Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to Among Us in the Dark, where currently Catch-all is looking kind of sus. Not gonna lie.
Okay, I was like, hold on, did he actually say the emotes?
It's a
Amogus.
lie. I saw
my God.
Rayford vent in weapons.
Actually, this is Blades.
Rayford couldn't have vented in weapons because I vented in engineering.
So
Get your fucking story straight, man.
Allow me to recorrect myself. This isn't Amogus. This is B-Mogus.
This is killing me.
Possibly, maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Once again, I'm your host, Morg Zero, currently GMing this wonderful game on Valkyrie's channel. Subscribe to him and all that good stuff. Well, last we left off, we had a party who had split themselves throughout the entirety of the asylum. A brilliant move. Nothing can go wrong whatsoever. And I am wondering, which one of you wants to die first? I mean, which one of you should we focus in on first? I'm thinking... Catch-all.
Yes, please let me die first so I can escape this prison. I'm trapped. I
Can't
get out.
die. It's only trauma.
Man, I didn't think my assertions were that bad, man. I didn't think I was that bad a GM. But in all seriousness, yes, so, Catch-all. Where we left off, you had been taken by Dr. Gregory Darkin.
That's right, to see the patient.
Yes, and you got a chance to see the patient. A emaciated-looking man who was in the process of shoving someone's entire arm down his throat, and yet his sunken-in stomach was not even distending in the slightest.
Yeah.
He took note of you and said something. Forgive me, I don't quite remember the exact wording, but he said something to the effect of you were his next meal. Is that on the table?
Something to that effect here.
Indeed, yes.
I think at this point, Catch-all kind of his eyes narrow a little bit as he kind of sizes this man up, taking in everything he's seen. He's able to communicate with the patient, correct? Like through the door, I presume.
Yes. It's the same kind of door setup as was described for Rayford, a slot for you to kind of pass things through. You're able to see him clear as day through that and through probably like one of those like sliding window checkpoint door type thing, slot type things.
Gotcha. All right, just as long as I'm able to speak here. Catch-all doesn't immediately back out and sort of just kind of like responds in his dull, usual tones. You will find me a sour meal, fiend.
Sour, sweet. I'll go for a bit of savory right now, too. Can't get a good look at you from here, though. What say you back away from that little window? I have a step up. Get an eye full of what I'm working with.
Catch-all kind of like looks over at the doctor here. How long has he been interred?
He's been here for several months. Always looking just like that.
All right, and hearkening back to a previous conversation point here, you did mention I was able to feel something supernaturally incorrect with this individual. Describe to me again what exactly this feels like here. Does it feel like? I mean, I've had a good experience with ghosts up to this point.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Does it feel? Does it feel like a spirit ghosty sort of thing, or is this different?
This is very different. The closest you have as a reference point to this, and remind you, this is a very different feel compared to what I'm about to say to you, but it is similar. It's like you touch paper and you know it's paper. You touch a paper napkin, you know it's paper napkins, but it's very similar materials.
Gotcha here. Okay, so it is supernaturally existent,
Yes,
but it is not your standard run-of-the-mill ghost controlling a person, ghost
No,
possession.
it feels very similar to your gods.
Like the Red Mother specifically, or just like the Harrowed Council in general?
Any one of them, like I said, it's you touch. Again, it's similar, but it's very distinct. It's very clearly not any of your deities, but it's the feel of a deity.
Gotcha here. I'd like to kind of stretch out and attune to this here. I'd like to learn more about it. Specifically, I'd like to try and see if I can identify at least a little bit better what specific deity is involved in this.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You want to do this via attunement?
Yeah, I would like to see what I can feel through this. This seems like a very much attune-y thing.
Um, there we go. Yeah. Give me a risky standard roll, I think.
A risky standard roll, he
Yes.
says. How many gambits do we have right now? A lot. Oh, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna leave it risky standard for now, I think. Surprisingly.
Very well. You do have remember you do have gambits if you wish to give yourself another dice.
I indeed do. I think I'm gonna hold off on that for now, however, because I feel like we're going to need these. Yeah, let's just jump right on in and see what happens. I don't think I get any bonus dice for anything here, so let's just see what
No,
happens.
that's close, but not that bad.
That's a fair lead off here. Let's take it.
I'm gonna say the consequence of this is if this man, whose name you can see inscribed on the door, his patient name is apparently Olk, O-L-K. He's gonna have to develop a deep invested interest in you.
Cool.
That's what they all say. Yes. So, you describe to me how it is you were reaching out and touching. How is it you pry the ghost field for information like this? You just kind of looking at it, or
This kind of
open
feels
your
like
mind?
a mind thing. Tetzel's eyes sort of like slowly shut at this point. I'd like to imagine that this is visions are probably the wrong way to describe it. I'd imagine it's trying to what's the best way I can describe this? Using all senses other than physical sight. Let's put it that way. What does Tetziel feel when he's not physically looking? Here.
You hear the gnashing of teeth, the chewing of flesh, the crunching of bone. You hear a great rumbling as if an empty stomach is starved for food. An overbearing presence, something ancient, something foreign, something ravenous.
If I didn't know better, I would say we were dealing with someone attuned to a shark deity. But I feel like I know better here.
You, like I said, you know Mako's god well enough to know that this is not it.
Interesting.
When you open your eyes, Ulk is eye to eye with you at the viewing slot. His skin is blemished, kind of diseased looking even. His eyes are jaundiced, his teeth yellowed and a bit cracked.
To what higher power do you suffer?
That which hungers. It wants to be sated, to be fed.
You seem to have no idea how little this narrows it down. I want names.
And and what good would the name do to you, even if I were to repeat it? You have no idea what lurks beneath your very feet. What's down there in the catacombs, waiting for a chance to get up.
And if I were to delve into dark corners, I would find my answer.
Yes. And maybe more. Maybe you'll find a bit of your own hunger down there. Like we did. You see him take up another, he like visibly lifts what looks like someone's leg into view and takes a bloody bite out of the calf. Barely chewing before he swallows it down. The blood, cold and coagulating as it is, seeping down his chin.
I believe you are out of your league, Doctor.
And why would that be?
Ditzel kind of like takes a step back at this point to kind of like make sure he didn't look him dead in the eyes.
What is it you know, Mr. Ketjal?
Only that there is no medicine. There is no cure.
No. Perhaps there is not, but there are treatments. There is knowledge to be gained here.
Tell me, what knowledge have you gained from this wretch?
As of yet, and he and the doctor steps up as well. Nothing. He has killed every orderly I've sent in there. Devoured them whole before my eyes. All I have learned from him is that there are dark powers at play in the world. Terrible things, but that is nothing I did not know already.
Then why send them?
Because science requires experimentation. Ketchal, you do start to feel another supernatural force here in the room now.
Oh, good.
It's not coming from the doctor. It's coming from a pair of the large, muscular, I say orderlies. I think there's another word for them, though. Actually, like an actual term. I'm just going to keep using orderlies.
There most certainly is, but hell if I know what it is.
I know, right? Like the...
Well, regarding the new supernatural force, what does this feel like now? Does this sort of feel like along the same vibe as Mr.
Oh,
Old?
no. No. The best way to describe it is you know what ghosts feel like, as we established beforehand. This is the exact opposite of that.
Opposite?
Like you know how you have hot, you have cold.
Yes.
If a ghost is hot, this is cold.
Okay.
It's like a negative number to a ghost's positive number. It's like they're red to their blue. They're apples to oranges.
Right.
They're hot shower to your cold one. I'm rambling. I'm coming with bullshit at this point.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. I'm trying to process myself.
Yes.
Doctor, how many others
Like him.
like
He's-
him?
Are you referring to Ulk or the orderly?
Old.
He is the only one. He claims there are more. He called
How-
his leader.
How many? At this point, I kind of like reach up and just grab the doctor by the coat.
The doctor is completely unfazed. I do not know the numbers. He said they have a cult somewhere beneath the surface, the catacombs, beneath the docks. No, I'm sorry, beneath Crowsfoot.
You fool. At this point, I kind of let him go, and I'm actually going to just start sprinting down back the way I came.
The orderlies are blocking your path.
How many orderlies are blocking my path?
About 2 for every hallway. And they're closing in. I'm afraid, Mr. Ketchal, I cannot allow you to simply leave like this.
That is
After
not...
all, science requires experimentation. And with that, we're going to cut over to Mako, I think. You're still in the doctor's office, correct? Mako?
Yep.
You're still in the doctor's office, correct?
In the hallway.
You're in the hallway, okay.
No, hold on. You said his office was. So I think I might have been a little confused when we were here last week, because you said his office was a hallway. Like, was that metaphorically or literally?
Metaphorically, I apologize, yes.
Okay, because in my head I was just picturing that he just had his desk out in the hallway, like
That
that he
might have
doesn't
been-
have an office because he thinks it's superfluous or something.
Honest to God, that probably would have been a much better way to go about it. That'd probably been really cool.
But no, I'm
Yeah.
actually in a room.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna like pocket the gun. I'm gonna like put it in like a coat pocket or something, just so that I can have easy access to it, like so I can just whip it out if I run across anybody. And then I'm just gonna start leaving.
We're gonna look around for anything else in here.
I feel like now that you've said that, I should.
Don't.
But at the same time, I don't want to stick
if it's
around.
if it's what your character would do, then absolutely.
So,
Otherwise,
My character wouldn't do that.
there we
Because
go.
in my
then.
character's head, he was like, bring me to the office. And so I think that he would probably be on his way here right now. And so I'm trying to not be here when he gets here. And I need to access the tunnels underneath the place.
Really? What's your logic there for that? I don't recall us having a conversation about that.
Wait, hold on. Were we gassing this building, or were we getting them to come back to our cult place and then gassing the hideout?
Both.
We were doing both. Okay, this is their free hit to get them started. Okay. Yeah, I need access to like the sewer tunnel so I can like route. Or actually, wait, I guess there would probably be like a. Is there like a ventilation room? Is there a central unit or something? Some machinery that I can access to get like this gas vented throughout the whole place?
In this setting, I'm going to say there's not like a big AC unit pumping through anywhere or anything like that, but there's definitely like perhaps a sewer, like
Then in that case, yeah, I'm probably gonna want to have to
Yeah.
like try and raft it up from the sewers or something.
Yeah, like storm, like water drains and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Cleaning
Yeah.
them. In fact, yeah, all the hallways are kind of built around a central.
And you mentioned that there
Storm
were
drain.
stairs right by this office, so I'm just gonna start heading down those stairs and see how far down I can get. To see if maybe there's like a sewer access in the building. For like maintenance.
Okay. I would like to see a prowl roll here. Of your or you know what to try and be stealthy about this.
I'm not being particularly stealthy because I don't think there was anybody in these hallways, but I mean, I'll still make a prowl roll. I don't have any dots in it. If we want to just do it for fun, I'll make it just right. Like worst case scenario, I fail the prowl roll, and whatever situation you have for me, I have to deal with anyways.
True.
So position
Yeah.
and effect.
We'll call it risky standard again.
And we get a gambit from that, right? Because it's a risky.
Only if you make a 6.
Only if I make a 6. Okay.
Yes, and only if you don't. Oh,
I rolled a 2.
you did. Are you sure you didn't want to spend one of our gambits?
Yikes.
Yep, positive.
I'm not gonna be a total asshole here. I'm gonna start a clock instead.
Well, I do want to say, yeah, like nobody was in this hallway when we started here, so I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
don't want to be a total asshole. Starts clock.
Indeed, that's the beauty of these things. So this clock is gonna fill halfway up. It's gonna be your discover. Your prowling is not effective right now. You don't get very far whatsoever. In fact, I'm gonna start a second clock to go along with that.
Okay.
So we'll essentially have racing clocks here. On one hand, you could be discovered. On the other, you can get underground and get to where you're going. Now, you can resist the first of these. It won't go away, but it will. Also, you can remove all the ticks for the resist.
Okay. Where's our discover tool? Okay, I see. So if I resist this consequence, I get to remove all 3 of those ticks.
Yes.
That seems like a good opportunity. Wait, I would have to resist it with prowess, right? I just say this because I have literally 0 dots in prowess.
Well, how would you resist it? Well, like how would you resist not being discovered, not being found?
Well, there isn't anything I could do at this point, right? Because like, I guess it depends on how, like, what is causing me to start being discovered, right?
Yeah.
Is it just me being loud? Because again, I feel like that would just have to resist it with prowess. But if like I could like maybe talk to somebody or be like, "Ooh, rough day today, huh, guys?" I could resist it with resolve and like being chummy.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll
I think that works. Yeah.
Real fast. Have you seen Idiocracy?
bits and pieces.
Okay,
The
do you know the
greatest
scene?
movie.
Do you know the scene where he's? This is relevant. Do you know the scene where he's like where he breaks out of jail?
No.
Okay.
I do. I know exactly where you're going.
Okay, never mind. That continue, please. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 6.
Very nice.
when you roll a critical, so I did not roll a critical.
You did not. You were close, but you didn't. So, by the way, I lied. That's actually going to fill the clock up. No, it's not.
Oh,
It was a reverse resist. Ooh. No. No. So, yeah. So, you don't get very far with the sneaking around bit, though you could perhaps try another method to try and get around. Perhaps a distraction, or you were just talking with them. Perhaps you could have
have one of them show me around.
precisely.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll walk around. I'll kind of be like do my best, like, hey, I'm supposed to be here, kind of attitude, and
Exactly.
I'll like try to see if I can get directions to any maintenance tunnels or something.
So, what kind of role is this?
It's gonna be consort.
Consort. Okay, that's pretty standard.
Risky standard.
Desperate standard.
XP standard.
I don't know how many times I have to stay desperate, and you still pick risky.
Oh, okay. Can I spend 2 stress to roll an extra dice then, real quick?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I knew it was desperate, I would have done that. I swear.
No,
No, you know I would have.
I know. I trust. Well, maybe. I don't know.
It doesn't
Well,
change the result. I just get
it
2
doesn't
stress
change
for
it.
free.
Congratulations. Yeah.
you.
So I'm gonna tick this up twice here, but I will also tick up Mako gets underground twice as well.
Okay.
So the nurse you talk to, she's very nice. She's very pleasant. She seems a little concerned looking at you, though.
I say
Like, she's
hello,
not-
lass.
Well, hello. How can I? I'm sorry. Who are you?
Right, I'm a independent contractor hired by your boss, man. Looking for it. Now I'm supposed to be doing a little bit of maintenance down on the tunnels neath the joint. You wouldn't happen to know what direction to point me in for that now, would you?
Oh, well, yes, of course. Here, I'll show you the way. And she shows you the way, or at least starts to show you the way.
I don't trust her.
Roll skirmish.
What?
I'll roll skirmish. No,
You
it's
could
fine.
try to ambush her.
I'll go with it. I'll go with it.
Yeah, no, she starts taking you on the ground and whatnot, but she starts asking you questions about halfway along the way about your job, about your work, about what contracting company you're working for, exactly what kind of contract work you're doing.
I'm tunnels maintenance man. Do all that jazz.
Oh, is there something wrong with the tunnels? I wasn't aware there was anything wrong, or very much the less that it was something a private contractor would be working with. I thought that was more
Yeah.
the work of the catacombs.
You got cracks. You got cracks in your. You got cracks.
What kind of cracks? How bad are they? Are they very deep? So I have an uncle that works with the foundation. He's tried to talk to me quite a bit about the architecture and structural stability of the city.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. This is the structural stability of pipes.
I thought it was cracks in the foundation.
No, I said pipes earlier. You're mishearing things now, lass.
Give me a sway roll. I think is most appropriate here.
I did say. I swear. Did I not say pipes earlier? What's my position and effect?
You say cracks. Yeah,
I
no.
said cracks in the pipes.
I'm going to instant replay. Zal, did he say pipes at all?
think I don't remember the pipes part, but I wasn't.
Okay,
Just
shit.
her
looking-
Okay,
I was
desperate
looking to make
standard.
I was looking to make memes, so I can't really. I'm not a good authority on the quote.
I just heard
Desperate
cracks.
standard.
Desperate standard once again, yes.
Devil's bargain.
She wants you to like actually show and teach her a bit about the issues that are going on with the foundation.
Okay.
She actually does have an interest in this, so
Yeah, that's fine. That's
she's going to
fine.
want to stick around with you longer than just drop.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Does it take am I gonna have so to use the gun that I have, am I gonna have to roll skirmish
God.
later? Or can I just be like, I use the gun?
Yeah, there has to be a role associated with the gun, yes. Now, whether skirmish is something else,
Persuade the gun.
Okay, we'll show around. I'll accept that bargain and get the free dice.
go for it. Yep, okay.
Okay,
Desperate standard. Desperate standard.
I gotcha. 5.
Alright, alright, so... We'll call a limited effect on this one. She wants to, like I said, she wants to slow down, have you show show her around and stuff like that. We'll tick up this clock twice more, too.
Okay.
With that sort of in question, though, we're going to cut away from you once again here as we see Mako continue to descend into a ever darkening underground. Rayford, we see that
Yes, sir.
you're still illuminated by the now gently swaying light bulb hanging in your room. What are you doing? Where do we leave you? Where did we leave you?
I was. Oh God! Roll 20 just deafened me. How high is my fucking? Okay. I did not hear all the rolls, and then roll 20 was like, "Hey, here's every roll that's been played this game so far, all at once."
Jesus.
I put a little thing. Yes. Ghost echoes. So, is this like just a spiritual thing, or is this more of a physical thing to use
You
ghost
can
echoes?
actually interact with the the structures of all of
I
that.
want to use ghost echoes to the point where this door was open at one point.
I don't.
Damn, he comes out swinging with that one.
It's a good one. I don't know if that's how it works, though. How I've always pictured it is more like an overlay. You kind of.
I am the smart.
Some more tea.
SMRT.
See, if you had a ghost key, that would be one thing for sure. That's like stepping into the ghost field where you could like actually go to a time period or echo of that time period where
Maybe that's
that was a thing. But with this,
Can I roll it a tune, and if I fail it, would it be
you
I
know,
end up somewhere worse?
I will. I like not yes, but on the condition of a devil's bargain.
What is this bargain?
The light is going to flicker off as you do this, and it will be the
God.
shadows helping you.
Let me look at my attune real quick. The shadows helping me?
Yes.
Does it call back to my old character? Ooh. Let me think. Okay, so what do you mean by shadows help me? Like the literal shadows? Or is this like She who walks in darkness slays in darkness.
She who slays in darkness. I'll be a little bit esoteric. Be a little bit less esoteric about that. It'll be she who slays in darkness.
Hmm. You know what? I don't want to have conflict of my constant I'll pay you backs to come and bite me in the ass right now, so yes, I'll take this devil's bargain.
Very nice. Let's
What
see
is
the
my
rule.
position effect?
Controlled standard.
Standard and bonus dice. And how many gambits do we have? We have 2. Let's save those. I already have 3. Boom. Hey, I needed that.
The light flickers and you are plunged into pitch black. There is a loud creak of metal and stone, and a single beam of light in a light-filled hallway, pure white hallway of light, stretch out in front of you.
Okay. What time period am I in?
You don't have a sense of that. It's
Okay,
dark.
I got it.
moment-
I want to. So it's just darkness and that bright light in the hallway.
Yes.
I'm gonna slowly start making my way to it, and I want to say Rayford has. He's still assuming that he did this himself at the current moment. So I'm gonna start heading towards the light.
Every step you take, you hear a word echoed in the shadows, echoing in your mind. First step, you. Second, R. Free. Kill. Doctor. Rake. And with that said, you are outside. You're back in the asylum. The lights are normal. The light is normal. Simply with the span of a blink of an eye, the door behind you closed. Never opened.
I'm gonna look around and I speak to myself. It's like, well, I assume the alarm hasn't gone off yet, so no one's died so far. And from that study I rolled last game, what all are the signs I saw? Because I rolled, what was it? It's a 5. I rolled a 5. So what was the, I was
If I-
studying the hallways from, when they were dragging me to my room.
Yes, if I recall correctly, you had a sense of where you were going?
Right. I had a sense where I was going. It might take me a while to figure out where I should go, though. But my question is, did I notice anything else when I was being pulled away? Or do I have to roll for flashback or something like that?
What would you want to know? What would you have wanted to notice?
If there was more like unstable or more dangerous inmates.
Oh. Oh yes.
I did notice that.
There were plenty of screaming lunatics banging at their door.
Fuck. Oh shit.
You okay?
Cut myself.
Oh
Oh no.
Give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. I cut my fingertip off.
Oh. What?
no.
You know,
Shit,
you know your consequences are getting pretty rough there, GM. I'm
Jesus
just saying,
Christ, yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
We're really upping the production quality here. Holy goodness.
I've been developing powerful psychic energies through which to manifest my GM experience across the internet, and I am very pleased to know that they are coming in handy. Don't worry here. In a moment, in a moment there, Catchild, you will be strapped down to another gurney all on your own. In real life, of course. In Minecraft.
In a video game.
And we're really taking role playing seriously these days. I like it.
The safe word is psychology.
The safe word is clock.
I was gonna say the safe word is clock. Yeah.
Damn it, that's actually a good one.
All right, well, let's see what Quetzal's doing.
Yeah, actually, I'm more inclined for
We want to check up on Songbird Viper, or
yeah, a little bit. You're just kind of doing your thing with the patients, aren't you? Like you said earlier.
We've slowly convinced someone who thinks they're not alive or dead that they're alive and want to be alive. We then talk to a hyper paranoid guy suffering from loss.
Yes.
So we need to keep pushing the converts that we get out of this. I know Mako's about to drop a bomb, more or less where he's supposed to be. But yeah, we keep schmoozing the like, if maybe if there's like an open area where they get to like walk around in, maybe the less hyper unstable ones, just kind of like air quotes the regular crazies.
Regular crazies.
Yeah, I know, weird term, right? But go and she's still doing her tour of delivering medicine and stuff. So like while she's doing that, she's still gonna like keep people thinking about alternatives outside of living here or being stuck here. Kind of the if you weren't here, what would you be interested in? Oh, you know what? The cult's perfect for you.
Precisely. Let's keep this real simple here, Dan. What did I have you roll last time? Risky standard? This way? Yeah, looks like...
Sounds like about right.
I'm seeing desperate, actually. So...
Ooh.
But it was desperate great. So let's roll with desperate great.
Desperate great. Alright, well... You might regret that, because she's still Songbird, so she gets to make that extreme.
Yes.
Since everything's about to kind of go to shit anyways, I'm gonna push myself, which will cause potentially the cause of the shift forms for the die.
Interesting.
I'm gonna force my Helix mechanic on myself.
I like it.
We're gonna roll that double 4s. But since I do want to try it out, I will try to resist the beast and to keep Viper from coming out. So basically we're going to, how did my own thing work here? Resolve resist. And we'll see how much that tracks into Songbird's next state. So 1, she only has 5 stress, so she's now got 4 left, but she stays Songbird.
Okay.
What is the downside of the 4?
That's a good point. I need a consequence for you. I think I'm going to be kind of simple here. Let's tick up the... Oh, that's the wrong one. There we are. There's the one I'm looking for. Tick up the Songbird is discovered clock pretty heavily. But you do receive a good number of converts, we'll call them still, as well.
How much do I get if I resist the consequence? How many ticks come off the songbird is discovered part?
I'll say you can take off 2 of the ticks.
2 of the ticks? So we'll be
Yes,
at
well, you
3,
only
so
have
we
gained
1. Yeah, okay. Still resolve resist? Or do you think something else would be more appropriate?
I think resolve makes the most sense here. Your big thing is actually blending in, making it look like you're supposed to be here right now. Or you could, if you prefer,
It could
just
be it could be
try to stay out
insight.
of sight, make yourself.
It could be insight.
Yes,
Resist
just
consequence
of
is deception.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
All
Let's
right,
roll with that then.
I'll do it because it's something different than just the same thing over and over. So this is the
Which
resist.
we do a lot. Too bit too much.
Oh, not a thing. Easy
Hmm.
peasy.
Beautiful. Yep, and people look at you. Huh. They go back to their business.
Yeah, she probably has like a moment where she like stops, maybe almost drops the tray, like she kind of like stops and like almost convulsing, like has to lean up against the wall with her arm, but eventually like maybe even that falls to her side and she like staggers towards it, like actually full on leaning against the wall against by her shoulder, as like Viper's trying to like come out as she pushed herself too hard, and Songbird has to like mentally reassert herself that she's the one in charge of this mission, this score, and kind of just keeps the other side of her in check, and then is able to like take a deep breath and steady her hands, and then carry on with the medication and having conversations with the air quote lesser crazies.
Yeah. How do these conversations go again? Anything interesting you try to drop new, or is it still just more of the same?
See how their conversation goes. She has to feel out each person as she's given medication, but it always is the same tone of like, what do you dream of? What would you want to see for yourself? Oh, well, we can help you with that. There's people that are good at helping people with that. You just have to give them a chance. You have to be willing to take a leap of faith, and then kind of like, gradually like put the business cards in people's like pockets or whatever as she does so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one is at one point. One attempts to grab you as you like stick your hand or pass or like you maybe your hand a bit too slow, close and slow to let it linger there. It's a little bit too long.
The eyes are
And
on unexpectedly.
don't let him find them.
Oh, them? Who's them?
Your friends. The strangers. The doctors is already talking through them. Talking with each other. He wants them. Wants their blood. It's what he's looking for. He hopes.
Oh dear. Oh, well, hardly doesn't surprise me, so thank you for the heads up. We'll be very careful. But if all goes out well, you won't be here for very much longer, so be ready to celebrate.
Longer, longer. In the docks, there's the monger. Leave him a fish, he may grant a wish, but never, never stay longer. He kind of goes back and starts rocking in the corner, repeating this nursery rhyme about a monger in the docks. And there's a few different verses referring to each of the different districts overall.
I want to determine if he's just delusional or if he's actually on to something. His warning.
How would you do that?
Probably by studying him.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Position effect. Yes. Basically, are you insane or just crazy?
I love the color commentary. Risky standard, I think. Risky standard. Sounds about right.
No, we won't do anything special. This is going to be a hell of a roll, though. 2.
You have no idea. You have no idea, but you do know that this rhyme he's saying, it is a common rhyme from among the districts. It refers to a supposed creature that stalks the streets. You have to leave out various trinkets or meals for it, or else it'll snatch away your children, drag them under the water, something like that. It depends on where you are. The docks, it's the fishmonger. Night market, it's the glassmonger. It's completely nonsense to any.
Well, yeah, because
suppose
you never actually got to play that character past one session.
Shush, he doesn't exist. Don't spoil. But yeah, no, you actually you have no idea whether or not his warning is accurate.
Well, okay, I guess I was going to have the crew ability, but she doesn't have enough to go on to make that work, so no special whisper for everybody. She'll just continue about and keep to her duties now that we're starting to build noticeable prospects out of this. So I guess check in with someone else.
I don't think we have Rayford back yet. So I hope he's okay, and I guess we just catch y'all.
I am he.
There we go.
Guys,
Okay.
you did it. You said the funny line.
He said the funny line.
You said the funny line.
Say the line. Catch y'all.
Say the line, catch y'all.
We've made this meme like 4 times already, guys. Come on.
We don't care. It's still
Keep
usable.
making it.
You are slowly being surrounded by the orderlies. These large men in a combination of nurse fatigues and bouncer armor.
Right. So these are all approaching me down the hallway, and Dr. Gregory, sure.
Gregory Darkin.
Gregory Darkin has insisted to me that progress is necessary.
Yes, and to remind you, each and every one of these orderlies has an exact same anti-ghost feel.
Catziel's kind of like watching them approach. How long do I have before they reach me, basically? Roughly speaking. Do I have time to get in a quick monologue?
I'm gonna give you 10 seconds.
Tell me something, Doctor. Who do you think I am?
Doesn't matter who you are. What matters is
Well,
science.
what matters is who I serve.
They
I'm going-
totally lunge for you. Well, don't lunge. They reach out sharply for you.
Before they're like, as they're getting to this point, as I'm like finishing up my hopefully epic final words, I reach into my jacket and I'm going to pull out a filled dagger glass shard that I have previously established.
Ah, I remember this.
I don't think I'm ever going to get a better opportunity to see what happens with this.
Yes. So, for the sake of our audience, here we are under rituals. The catch-all ritual 1. You still never named it.
Yeah, it's Catziel Ritual 1. Its name is Memory.
The ritual's name?
The ritual's name is Memory Other. Though Catziel Ritual 1 does have a nice ring to it, I guess we'll do something more official. Memory Other, perfect.
Summon a shard of the Red Mother that can be shattered to tap into a memory of the goddess that it holds to gain an advantage. Ritual requires sacrifice of blood.
Which I did pay previously in last season.
Yes, ritually bled level 1 harm has already taken effect.
Yep, that's since been dealt with, but yes, I did bleed myself, take a level 1 harm for it, and a lot of stress.
Yes, you did.
And I have a note that this is a grand shard, because I recall getting a double 6 when making it, but we'll see what that actually ends up being worth in the grand scheme of things.
Good. So, explain to me, explica me, what exactly this is going to allow you to do.
I want to fight them all. Or at least clear myself a path out. And I am going to literally call upon, I'm literally going to Hail Mary this. I'm, like, not the shard itself, I'm literally going to Hail Mary here and ask for direct divine intervention to survive this. Basically, my plan is I'm going to take the shard and I'm going to smash it on the ground to shatter it. And my intent is to basically summon like a sort of like apparition in resemblance or in honor, whatever you want to call it, of the Red Mother, and literally strike down my foes to clear myself a path out of here. Because I need to get through these people, and I'm not going to do it alone. Excuse me, I'm choking to death now. It's a very dangerous game we're playing.
Trying to summon
The most dangerous game, some would say.
A game where the only winning move is not to play.
So, are you trying to summon an avatar of the Red Mother?
Sure, let's do that. That sounds fun. Now, and I don't know if this has any bearing on it necessary, but I am able to compel apparitions through the ghost field by attuning. So I don't know if that necessarily comes into play or not, but I'm not the lore expert here, so I guess you somewhat tell me.
Attuning generally would be the right move for anything involving ghosts of any kind. So, yeah, if you're attempting, now compel, you can attune. You're trying to use this for the Red Mother summoning instead.
Yeah, literally, I would like to use this shard and whatever personally like roll I'll have to make for this, since it's not it's not a get out of jail free card.
So,
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for.
summoning an avatar of the god
Yes,
is going to
temporarily.
be, yeah, that's a bit above what this can allow, I think.
Okay.
However, what you can summon is going to be like a raw manifestation of her.
Oh, good enough.
I don't know. I don't have like a parallel draw with this, but it's not an avatar. It's not even really a demigod.
Are you familiar with the concept of icons in Final Fantasy?
No, I'm
All right.
not. I
super
can.
Super quick explanation. It's basically belief in a deity, and magic, I guess, is kind of the catalyst there. But it basically like causes a phantom of whatever the person's believing in as a deity to take shape, and it's
Yeah.
twisted by their beliefs. So I don't know. Would this summon a ghost in the form of Tetziel's deity, twisted by this violent nature? Perhaps is maybe a better way to put it. It's not actually an avatar, but it takes the
I'm getting
resemblance of such.
I'm getting myself an idea, is what I'm getting. Go ahead and let me pull up some stuff on my end here. You go ahead and let's make this roll. I think what we're looking at for this. Where are you? Here you are. What are we looking at for this? I'm gonna say it's a desperate great.
Alrighty. And this is in a tune, I think we agreed.
Maybe we most certainly did.
Alrighty here. Well, let's see. I am going to push myself, I think, for an extra die, because I need this to not fail. I need to not do 4 1s here. And I think I'm gonna take one of our gambits as well. Since this is quite literally a life or death, probably move on my part.
I have a devil's bargain for you.
Hit me.
You are caused harm. You said you pushed yourself, though.
I would be willing to change that. What's the devil's bargain?
You suffer internal physical harm in the process of this.
That seems like it makes more sense, so I would personally take that. What would that be considered in terms of harm? Level 1, 2?
We're going to call it level 1 bloody vomit.
Okay, so that's probably like prowess related, less effect. Yeah, I think that makes more sense in character, so I'll go for it. I'll take the devil's bargain.
Let's see this roll.
Alrighty here, so that's going to be 2 extra dice. One for the devil's bargain, one for the gambit. This is desperate great, you said.
I did.
Alright, well, let's see what happens. Whoops. 2 bonus dice, please mark that down, Tetziel. Good enough.
Whew. I'm in awe of that roll.
This is pretty standard blades, honestly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so you keel over to your knees and vomit up not just a small stream of blood, but a clump of viscera.
Okay.
It's writhing and moving and slowly starts growing. Getting bigger, extending out the tendrils, using you as support, like a grapevine uses the vineyard.
Ugh.
And I want you to describe to me what it grows into.
So, I'm gonna be honest. Catstill's kind of delusional. So, in his mind, here, I actually think I've got screenshots of this. So, in his mind, the Red Mother is basically just a scarlet apparition of a human. I think in reality, it probably looks something more like this.
Yes.
That's probably what it actually looks like, but again, my character is delusional. It just looks like a semi-attractive female at this point. But I digress. It's fucking horrifying.
Remember, this is essentially a meatball organ that has come up. So, yeah, it's attempting to take that former shape you just posted there, and very feminine, very. The tendrils clawing onto you are sort of forming this long, braided, almost hair. The legs and all that are attempting to be formed out of this mass. It's like trying to recreate the Mona Lisa out of raw Play-Doh, though. It's not going to have the same effect.
All right. And is this the consequence of my 5 then, I assume?
The consequence of the
Oh, God.
fact is 100% latched onto you, and is essentially, as it continues to grow, it eventually starts wearing you around as it pulls you along with it, almost using you and draining you spiritually.
Would I be able to resist this and essentially try to like force it off of me? And like into its own sustenance, I suppose, perhaps?
I like that. Yeah, how would you go about that? What kind of role?
Well, if it's attached to me,
Or
I'm
better yet, what kind of action role would that be?
I assume since this is still dealing with the supernatural, that actually depends here. Nope, Quetzal's he's a man of the people. I'm going to try and physically rip it off of my person. I think. If I'm understanding how you describe this properly. Because my first thought was I would try to do it through psychic. I hesitate to use the word means, but that seems a little simple. So I just, it kind of depends on what makes more sense from how you're trying to describe it. Does it make more sense for this to be a physical action, or does that kind of fall outside the scope here, do you think?
I think physical makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to do this physically then. I have half the points in it, but it makes more sense. Alrighty here. Let me go ahead and do this here then. Oh, no bonus dice. Hey! Man of the people!
Beautiful. Okay. So this organ creature comes off of you. It kind of splutters to the ground for a moment before kind of twisting its way, not standing up, twisting up back to its feet. And there's a pause between everything. The doctor continues to regard the seat from where he was standing when this all began.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, who's
I am prepared to pay any price, Doctor. Can you say the same? I imagine Quetzal's still kind of like retching up blood at this point.
He is. He very much is.
I am very much obviously not okay.
The doctor regards
out.
you through his. No. No, he takes his glasses off this time. And the eyes, you know how they say eyes are the windows to the soul?
Yes.
And you know how they say when someone dies, you can see the light leave their eyes?
Mhm.
The light in this man's eyes is there, but it is so detached from the rest of him. It's almost like it's a separate thing entirely. I, over there, have sees him, and the orderlies rush at you and the abomination.
At this moment, am I allowed to compel the apparition to kill them all?
You absolutely can try, yes.
I do.
The creature attacks, and I think. Do you assist it, or
I'd imagine. I would imagine maybe I'm guiding it to attack, but I don't know if I would be directly intervening. No, since I'm basically ordering it. At least that was my assumption.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
This depends. How many orderlies are there exactly right now? Like how many
I'm gonna
bodies?
say that there were like 6. You were at like a crossroads type hallway, and there were like 3 ways to go. I
Okay.
described 2 at each wave, so.
In that case, I will fight. Yeah. I think I will.
I saw another set of linked clocks here.
Oh goodness.
There we go. You are you using skirmish?
I feel like I'm going to be using throwing knives in each hand as sort of incapacitation weapon, mainly to just cut them long enough for them to be distracted while it hopefully finishes them off. I would say that constitutes skirmish here. This seems like the most fitting option.
I think you're right. I like this idea as well. This thing is doing all the aggressive in the face attacks for you. It kind of flails around its misshapen arms. It again, they're trying to form human limbs, but it's just failing. Like it doesn't have a concept of what a human truly looks like.
Okay, makes sense.
And with that said, I'm thinking this becomes a group action between you and your abomination here.
Oh, yeah, that's sure.
With, of course, you leading it.
Sure.
All right.
What is my position and effect?
I'm gonna say you're at a risky standard now because of this.
I like Desperate Great group actions. Let's do it.
Oh, desperate, great. Sounds good. Go for it.
I am taking 2 stress to push myself, and yeah,
Sounds good.
this is a group action, you say?
It is, yes.
Sure. Okay,
Is there anything
so
about group actions you group had? Not bad.
ooh, how many dice does the fiend get?
That's a good question. God, I hate blades.
Guys, it's funny because that's how Blades in the Dark works. Remember that meme? Connors, a comedy game. Smile.
Oh boy. So yeah, this creature, it's flailing, it's stumbling, it's dipping and ducking as it goes around. but it still seems unsettled and uncomfortable, uneasy, not in control of its own flesh. But you are Ketchal. You are cold, calculating, always in command of the situation. 2 of the orderlies are already dead by your hands. One is currently having his limbs partially ripped off bit by the abomination. The doctor has begun to make his departure from the scene, while the other remaining 3 orderlies have pulled out billy clubs and are closing in on you again.
I think Godzilla kind of wipes the blood from his mouth at this point. He's still kind of twirling, or maybe not twirling, but still kind of holding harshly onto knives. I assume this thing is still going ham behind me at this point while the other 3 are closing in.
It's mostly consumed with ripping this one guy limb from limb.
Sacrifice is required for progress. I kind of point one of the knives in a threatening manner, but progress has its setbacks.
Guys, I'm starting to think Ketchel isn't okay.
No!
What? Say what? Wait, what?
Man, crazy.
I'm fine. I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested.
Mother is made of blood.
All right. What's your next action here then, Ketchel?
There's still 3?
There's still 3. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think I would get this far.
Perhaps we should cut away to someone else then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mako,
Hey,
the nurse is still pestering you with questions, causing that you send further and further down.
woman,
I'll tell you what.
what is she telling? What's she asking me?
She's pointing out at different parts, asking if this is the problem. She's trying to point at the pipes too and say, "Well, none of these appear cracked, a bit dented perhaps, but that seems to be just par for the course in most of the plumbing work I've seen around the area.
God.
Doesn't seem like anything that is too dangerous, too out of the ordinary. Are you sure we're in the right part of the underground for this? Perhaps you have to go a bit further."
Yes, perhaps we'll have to go deeper then. You know the down here better. Wow, you lead the way. And as soon as does she turn around to start heading deeper in?
She actually looks nervous. I don't know about that. Actually, my mother always told me never to go into the underground. Admittedly, I let my curiosity a bit ahead of me this time, but further in,
Well, then how about you just head on back up, and leave the whole rest of the underground to scary looking blokes like myself.
she almost seems disappointed. She very much wants to continue, but her judgment is starting to get in her way.
She starts heading back up.
Yeah, she'll start heading back up if you do nothing to try and dissuade her otherwise.
You'll so. Okay.
What do you do, Mako?
Guys, should I do it?
What do you do, Mako?
Guys,
I wouldn't.
Do it! Do
Should
it
I do
now!
What should I
No!
do it? Like, okay, I'm trying to figure out like what's the downsides to letting this person walk away, because like I don't know if they like will be able to super recognize me in a crowd or anything. I don't know. I'm just you know.
Counting a business like.
Yeah, I'm just like not sure.
Hey, is a shark's ocean. I guess.
Okay, also I can get 1 dice. I can get up to 2. Can I take a devil's bargain and do the shoot, what is it? Can I do devil's bargain and
Gambit.
the gambit? Okay, can I do devil's bargain, gambit, and push myself?
Not push yourself for a die.
Push for
You can do that for effect.
But I can do a gambit and a push, or a gambit and a devil's bargain.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to leave witnesses, you know? Wait! Never mind. Because just murdering people isn't really in character for me. I'm getting too into Ketchell's character.
No!
Okay.
Come on, Ben!
Okay,
Make us whole.
so
Oh.
here's the
Now the
Here's
brother
the-
moon got him. What's up?
here's the plan. We're gonna I'm going to, as she goes, I was like, yeah, but you know, there's lots of interesting things out in the world, and if you ever need to know more about what goes on down here, here's my card. I'm gonna hand her a card that I have that has our place's location on it.
Interesting.
I'm gonna recruit her, cause I'm a wheeling and dealing. And I can roll a sway or a consort on this if you'd like. Could I roll a consort
Yeah.
for this to be like, hey, why don't you check us out? Cha 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 cha.
Absolutely. Let's see the roll. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to use one of our gambits for this.
Didn't you already?
No.
Okay, so we should be down
I
2
haven't
gambits, actually, shouldn't we? Over the course of the whole score?
I haven't used any gambits.
But someone else did, didn't they?
Good show, dude.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder who could have used up one of the gambits.
So that will remove all of our gambits then. That'd be the last one gone until later.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then I'm also going to push myself for 2 stress.
Go for it.
So what is our position in effect?
Excuse me. Pardon me for that. Control standard.
Control standard.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I hear?
Can I push trade position for effect?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna make that risky great instead.
Yes.
Fuck
Okay.
me. Jesus.
I know, fucking right.
4 dice.
Oh, this is beautiful, actually. Oh, this is a good idea. I don't even know what the... You people in you... Oh, man. Apologies to yours. I'm getting distracted a little bit by the chat going on our server. There are colorful comments being thrown around. But with all of that said, she takes
Just
the
take the
card.
fucking card.
She takes the card and eats it. No, she doesn't.
Jeez.
She doesn't know. No, she
What
takes the
the
card.
hell?
She looks at it. Kind of
What
turns
the
it.
hell?
She turns it over her hands a little bit. Looks at you. Smiles. Be careful down here. And departs.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Yeah. So yeah, you're free to go deeper.
Nope. I mean, am I kind of where I need to be to get these things set up? Or to, like, start venting stuff up there?
Oh, just about. Go ahead a bit deeper and you'll get to about where you need to be. So remind me, what is it you are setting up here?
yes.
Gas.
What kind?
It's the stuff that I got from the guy from my contact, Jaren, that was supposed to be kind of like make everybody like super high. I don't
Okay.
Gross.
Gas.
Gross.
Gas.
The gas.
We're gonna fill the rooms with gas, and then they're gonna be like, "What's going on? Yo, man, we need more of that stuff." And then we're gonna be like, "Come down to our place."
Ah, yes. Here's a note on it. Yes, third eye is what it's called. It's a potent mix of spark.
Mm.
Yes. I'm glad I found that. All right. You gonna start venting it then?
Yeah.
You have to set it up properly. I think so. This might be a tinker roll or call it a small clock
Come
here.
on, come on.
Don't worry, it'll only be a 4 o'clock. No. 3. Just enough to get this rolling properly.
Come on. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So give me a quick just give me a quick tinker fortune roll here.
2.
All right. Click. And that's said. You begin setting everything down. You start getting everything set up. All these canisters are in place, hooked up to where they need to be to properly get gas. And
Yes.
as you move forward, you step in a puddle.
Oh. wait, hold on. This sounds like it's gonna be more important than an actual puddle.
Someone needs to fix
Yeah.
these pipes.
It's kind of a sticky puddle.
Oh, that's not good. I don't know
And
how it's not good, but it just feels like it's not good.
you realize that you're smelling iron in the air, or something that smells an awful lot like it.
That's a bad sign, I feel like. But I don't know how.
I mean, you can always look at it.
The iron?
The puddle.
The puddle.
Oh. What's in the puddle?
The puddle is this viscous red liquid, sticky and warm.
Oh, it's blood.
Not quite.
Oh.
It's like blood, for sure, but you've seen blood. You've been around Ketchal for it to know
I've
blood.
been around cats. Yeah.
This is bordering on blood.
It's what?
Bordering on blood, but it's removed from it. It's unnatural in how crimson it is, how full of just warmth and energy it is. And you realize that it's also bubbling. As in seeping up from the ground here.
Well, that's not good. I'm just gonna. Can I just leave? Can I walk by? Can I walk out?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can just keep going.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Because I only have one stress thing left, and I really don't want a trauma.
Totally, yeah, no. Give me another tinker roll.
Okay. Another fortune.
Yeah.
How's a 1 do me?
About the same. It's about the same. You take your time and whatnot. You step in another puddle.
All right, you know what? I'm sick of these puddles. I'm thoroughly done with puddles, and I'm just gonna leave. Can I just? You know what? We don't actually need to drug an entire insane asylum. I'm not biting on this plot thread.
What a shame. You just gonna keep ignoring it then?
I'm not ignoring it. I'm leaving.
You're not gonna finish the job?
No, I'm not. I have one stress thing left. Mako's at his limit. I'm done.
You're one roll away from being able to set the.
You're gonna have me kidnapped by a giant sewer monster or something. I'm not.
I swear to you, I won't.
Start
That's what's-
playing Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
It's not gonna be a super monster. Oh my god, dude.
You're literally one roll away.
All
You
right,
didn't
all
technically
right,
have to
all
do-
right, all right, all right. One more tinker roll. One more fortune tinker roll.
Sounds good.
Okay, how's a 3 get me?
Well, it's completes my little it completes the little trifecta you have going on there.
Blood.
And it is another tick on the clock. Yeah, you get everything set up and step in another puddle.
Can I leave now?
I mean, don't you want to set everything off? No, yeah, you can leave. The rest,
And
you basically set this all up so it can be it'll pop
like,
on its own after a little time.
I do not care whatever is going on down here.
The puddle, the puddles are still growing. But you leave. You make your exit. And as the minutes tick by, The clockwork on the canisters you set up ticks ever closer to opening. Rayford.
Eh.
Where are you headed?
Are we continuing?
Last we looked, we were you were questioning about psychopaths in the area, essentially.
Yeah. Let me check my stress. But yes, you said I did know where they were at. It's the last thing I remember before I cut my fingerprints off. Where's my stress at? Oh, I got some stress to play with. Yeah, I want to head in the direction where I saw, like, authorized personnel only, stuff like that. And I want to have my face as the doctor I was talking to earlier.
Dr. Rake, yes.
Oh, that was Dr. Rake.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Doctor. That is Dr. Rake. He introduced himself as. Can I give him a first name? I don't know if I did.
I don't remember if you did. But yeah, I'm gonna use Demon Face to hide myself from the custodians.
Ooh, I like that. Custodian. That's much better than orderlies.
Yeah. So I'm hiding myself from them, and I want to find. Is there like a main release door lever for all the cell doors?
Hmm. You gonna try looking for one for sure?
Would that be survey or study?
I think survey makes sense. Yeah, it's like you trying to locate an opportunity.
Position and effect.
Desperate standard. No, risky. We'll make it risky. I'm being a bit too big on the desperate this time around. I think, like you
It's our
said,
XP session.
you did pay the 2 stress for your face, by the way, right?
Hey, yes, I did pay for 2 stress for my face.
There we go. You find it absolutely, and with the and with your face on, you basically have full range. You just walk right into the security booth and flip it.
Is there an intercom system in here, or is there not?
Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you
speaking
2 fucking gambits for that one, just because I feel generous, and that's like kind of that's a real sexy crit.
yeah.
It's probably isn't gonna be a thing that happens too often. Even a crit will only give you 1, but I like where this is going. So,
Yes.
Rayford?
Yes, is there an intercom system in here?
Yes.
Okay. I want to go into the like turn on the microphone, just like tapping it, and I'm like, attention, attention, all patients of Orange Asylum. Today is freedom, or the Herald Council has sentenced you for release. And as soon as I do, I hit the switch to release all the doors.
Give me a sway roll, fortune.
Fortune. Fortune. Bam. 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 It's technically passing.
It is. I was really hoping for another crit, I'll be perfectly honest with you. But
Yeah.
I like it. I like it very
yeah.
much.
Yes.
You hit the liver, and we now recreate the opening of Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yes. And is there anyone else in this room with me?
Yes, an orderly, and as you do that, he stands up and starts staring at you. His expression is dead-eyed. Best way to put it.
I kind of turn and look at him, and I say, and for all the special patients out there, say goodbye to Dr. Rake when you see him. And as soon as I say that, my face turns back to that blob. Can I use command to intimidate him?
Yeah, sure. Risky, no effect.
Risky, no effect?
Yes.
Oh god. That is an option. 0. Damn. Hey!
Unfortunately, it's no effect.
Fuck. Why is that an option then? Hey, I still have another gambit.
You do, actually. That is true. If you want to spend 2 stress, I'll let you bump that up to limited.
Oh. Did not know that. It's too late now, isn't it? Very lightheaded, so.
I'm the GM. I make the rules.
He's very light. Is that bleeding okay, my guy?
You okay, man? Are you actually okay?
It's patched up. I should be fine.
It's fine, guys. As he's like, there's just a giant puddle.
Just roll a prowess. Just roll a prowess resist forehead.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not
forehead.
good. I'm not good
No,
at
you
prowling.
guys don't get it. You guys don't get it. You made a sacrifice to the Red Mother. That's why his rolls are so good.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
so can I do that? Can I spend the 2 stress to make it limited?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I am 1 stress away from traumating, so we gotta be careful, boys.
Who is this we
Orderly-
you're talking about?
Me and our shark friend.
The orderly seems to be fighting himself. No, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the orderly just leaves, I think.
He's more concerned, he's like, I gotta save my own ass at this point.
No, no, there's no reaction. It's a
Oh, he's
sharp
getting
turn,
ready.
and
He's
he
gonna
walks
kick my
away,
ass.
just like strolling away, like there's nothing any different about it.
Oh god. This is a very strange man. Is there like can I like observe what's going on right now? Is there like a window in this room where I can see?
Oh
like,
yeah, it's a security. It's a barred cage essentially is what you're in right now, and you've literally released every violent, crazed person this asylum has held onto the populace. It's a bloodbath.
It's a
It's a massacre. The nurses are screaming for their lives and running. The orderlies are trying to establish order, but the custodians, whatever they're called, security, they're fighting. They're doing well
was a
enough, but there's
firefight.
just so many more of them, and they aren't armed for this type of breakout. So literally, dozens of orderlies versus 2 dozens of angry or otherwise mental violent inmates. And of course, God knows how much of this is revenge.
Hey, they had it coming.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Um,
remain in the security cage?
I'm gonna lock the door and then I'm gonna sit there with the microphone and I want to roll command and be like, for the faithful children out there, please find Dr. Rake, and I want them to start targeting Dr. Rake specifically.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful.
What's my position effect?
I don't even know if you need the roll. It sounds like they would just do it.
I think you actually, yeah, no. You know, here's what we're going to do instead. I want you to give me another fortune roll here.
On command?
Yeah.
Okay. 5.
I like it.
So yeah, Rayford's whole plan is he's gonna sit back and just keep whispering to their ears as if I'm their guardian angel, trying to lead them on the right path.
This is beautiful. This is so good. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what I want. I want to see what the other players.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna cause stress, but
So, Songbird, you're doing your stuff, and all of a sudden, the locks on all the doors come undone, and the patients start forcing their way out. What do you do?
And she heard the message on the PA.
Of course.
Hmm. She she looks up at the PA and seems a little bit kind of surprised, like, oh, well, that happened a little bit sooner than I thought. I thought for sure he'd be locked up longer. I guess the gas can't be too much further behind. And she'll rip off her nurse outfit to her black dress underneath, and make her leave as the cells open up. You know, maybe putting some business cult cards in people's pockets as they pass on to incite chaos. And make for a leave, really. Things are kind of, well, I don't know. Are things in place? Like, once the gas goes off, they're out riding. I'm trying to think if she needs any to funnel anything. Like, they're kind of doing their thing, and now it's just like everything's just kind of playing out now.
Give me a quick consort roll.
Sure.
Fortune.
Fortune. Won't come through, but whatever.
3. Get them together. That's a 6.
Oh my god. That there's a special ability I could put into a hacked playbook. Add dice together.
Terrible idea.
That's actually kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, is there any obstacles at this point? I guess then is the real question. Like,
Really, no. That's why mostly I'm just having you do
Okay.
fortune rolls at the moment. It takes us to Mako.
Me?
Basically, you come up from the underground to have all of this happening around you.
Mm-hmm.
What's your reaction?
I'm just gonna chill.
Chaos and chill. I like it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for this whole thing to blow over. I might pop down to the pub.
Break room, get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm not even. I'm like, whatever.
Now, what do you do about? What do you do about? They're running around you at this point. Some might even come after you.
If anyone comes after me, I'm just gonna get him with the gun. I don't know. I pulled out my gun.
Give me a quick fortune skirmish roll here.
Why do you want me to roll these things that I'm terrible at?
Because I said so.
Stop being terrible at things.
Yeah. It takes you a lot of effort to be able to kind of keep them at bay with this. It's a fight to get out the whole way. Which takes us, Mr. Ketchal.
Why, yes.
What's your reaction to all of this?
I kill orderlies while they're distracted, or perhaps I help the inmates kill the orderlies.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Give me another quick skirmish roll here. Same thing as last time.
What was it last time?
I have no fire. I got no damn idea.
Let me scroll up.
Great.
Desperate Raid is what it was?
Yes.
Yay. I'm going to push myself again.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a Gambit since we have a bunch of those now.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rayford. Very cool.
Thank you, Rayford. Very
Cool.
Okay, go ahead.
That's it. Dang it, Icon. You had one job!
All in all, things move in a favorable direction for you in this fight.
Well,
The patients don't really do much to help. The red icon moves on to its next victim as it slowly begins pulling it apart, still almost studying it as it tries to wrap itself to a proper humanoid shape. Then you hear the door behind you creak open. Fresh meat.
I look over. I look over my shoulder.
Yeah, standing there, free, out of his room, hands dripping with blood, is Ulk. And that is where we will end tonight and jump very quickly into experience so we can wrap it up. All right. So, you advance the agenda of your deity, or I'm just giving you 2 of that right now. Contend with challenges about your current station, take another 2.
I think
Bolster your team's reputation or develop a new one. Take 2.
Yeah.
Maybe just 1, actually.
Cunning.
I'm gonna say
we're cunning pretty thoroughly because Rayford and Mako were cunning.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought about as well. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Catch you.
Huh?
Being batshit crazy.
Yeah.
He was good, but I also like to give special attention to, once again, Mako here, who fought against his own kind of interest as a player for the benefits of the crew.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally did that for the group. For the group, guys.
And Rayford, who, God damn, man.
You'll see why in a minute.
I don't think is there more to see to your plan? I think you've just kind of...
We'll see in XP. I'll explain why.
Yeah? Oh, okay, I fall now. The hell is this on the table? Well, that should be an immediate, another freaking level up for you. About
Oh my
4
God.
unspent advances now. Remember, if that clock fills, I personally beat you all with a crowbar.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, good, Dr. Freeman.
Please spend our advances. Somewhat like tick some stuff,
Someone,
people.
anyone. Hell, you just saw an avatar. Maybe now is the time for, what's it called again? Fucking Unbound Glory or something like that? Glory Incarnate?
Yeah, can we get the real version of this, guys? The desktop version's not that good. Gotta be honest. I want a refund and I want the real deal. Damn it.
Mom, can we get the Harrow cancel? We have Harrow cancel at home.
Mako.
Mm-hmm.
You're at 3.
Oh, my XP? I'm first?
Yeah.
Good. Let me pull up my character sheet. So, I already marked my desperates as we played.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you
I
check
addressed
that?
a challenge of calculation or conspiracy. I did. I looped a nurse in on my agenda. And then I gave her my thing, my credit card, to come by.
Bat credit card.
My bat
Credit card!
So I'll take 2 XP for that. Does that sound okay?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. I have a question. I have 2 dice and everything in Resolve. If I upgrade Resolve, what happens?
You can get a third.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we had the because I thought you couldn't go to 3
It's
dice.
4th. That's a problem,
This is
child.
4. Okay.
But 3's fine.
I
think.
addressed Belief Strives Heritage background. Yep, I'm making deals. I'm doing my whole thing with that. As that is very important for me, is making deals and wrapping people in. And it really was just that one time with the nurse. So I'm just going to take 1 experience and upgrade Resolve. And with that, I'm going to bring my consort up to 3 dice. And that's it for me. I didn't do Vice or Trauma this session.
Fair enough. Songbird.
Can you just challenge us with audacity or cunning? Yes, cunning once. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Trying to study whether the guy was insane or just slightly crazy about the warning to help the crew and stuff. And start with issues from your vice or express the conflict between 2 states of being during the session. Yes, she fought the Viper back to stay Songbird.
Yay.
It's a good point.
So I took 3.
Ugh. Catch up.
Yes, I have marked a couple of desperate actions here, so nice to get some experience from the fruits of my labors finally. Let's see, a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. Yes, I'm gonna take 1 for that because yeah, I did that. It is an ongoing issue. Expression of beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I'm gonna take 2 for that here. I feel like that's come up a lot this session. It's been beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Struggling with issues from vice or traumas. I'm going to say I'm going to deserve 1 of those. Yeah.
For cold?
Actually, I would feel like this mainly results from my faith, my vice itself. But I would feel like
Yeah,
that's kind
you know
of
what?
the that's kind of been the bigger issue here.
Go for it.
All right, I am taking 1. All right, that's gonna do it for me.
Sounds good. Sounds very good. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we will wrap this up
What?
very.
What
Oh,
Me?
wait, did we not go through you?
No.
Shoot! No, Rayford, her, quickly!
I did not do any desperate actions. There's dress deception or influence. I sneaked my way into the guards and
You started an asylum riot. Take 2.
2. Okay. Boom. No, boom. Then Blue Stride's heritage or background. I'm gonna say no. I didn't really have any personal conversation in this game, but I did struggle with issues, vice, traumas during this session. Unstable. I am purposely trying to kill a man right now by getting others to do my dirty work. That is against my character's personal beliefs.
You're right!
Damn.
Oh!
When you're right, you're right.
Beautiful. You know what? Take 2 for that. Because I actually find that beautiful.
Hey,
And I'm biased to a fault.
yes. I finally understand how traumas work.
Ain't it great? So that'll be everything for you then. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for being here, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, wherever you're at right now. I don't actually pay attention to these things nearly as much as I should. Next session, we should be wrapping up this score in, honestly, the first 30 minutes, I'd wager. There's not a lot left to this. But again, my players may surprise me. I most certainly was surprised tonight. And I still have a few surprises left for them as well. So, thank you very much. Subscribe to Valkyrie here on Twitch or on YouTube by both of these same names. Subscribe, watch our previous VODs to get an idea of where we came from and perhaps where we're going as well. And tune in next week as we continue and hopefully, maybe in the future, explore some new games for you as well. Zal, do you have anything to say?
The VODs for last week's session are up on YouTube earlier today. There was also another session like from 2 weeks ago that I uploaded privately, like a dumbass, and I made those public proper. So now all the episodes are
That's what I
properly
was gonna say.
public. So the VODs are caught up to date, and they're all good now. This week's will probably be up. Well, as usual, probably next week. And also pay attention for Runners in the Shadows tomorrow on Hacked in the Dark, as we continue the scene where our hideout is utterly fucked by the Megacorps, and it will lead into some potential new dramas. Aside from that, I think that's it. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Pleasant dreams.
Peace.